Well, I met up with the chief executive of Louis Vuitton, Yves Carcelle, earlier this week. He told me why, against a troubled economic backdrop, he's upbeat about the new store and about the luxury market in general. He even had some positive things to say about the beleaguered euro.
Clear, even for ourselves, when we look at the stores that we built 3, 4, 5 years ago, we have even sophisticated our way of approaching our clients, our customers and our products. And yes, we are eager to be able to renovate them and sophisticate the experience.
Are your customers becoming more demanding as well?
I think so, and it's normal. Buying luxury is treating yourself. Why would you shop in an environment which is less pleasant than the environment you create at home? So to have more volumes, more space, to have more choice, to have sitting areas, to have private rooms, is part of the life of today. And of course here, I think we pushed the experience to another limit, where Peter Marino decided to upstairs create not a private room, but sort of private apartment. And it's really decorated as if it was the apartment owned by one of our rich clients, and we want people to feel really good there.
It's quite interesting that you're doing all this here in London. Some people might expect, with the wealth in the emerging markets, that this store would be opening in Moscow or in Beijing. What place does London have in your brand?
Well, first we have a long-loved relationship with London. Louis Vuitton asked his son to open the first store in 1885. Can you imagine? At the end of the 19th century, we were already here with a store in London. And then when in 97, Marc Jacobs joined our artistic director, and we decided to open up a global store, moving from only travel and leather goods to shoes and ready-to-wear. The first global store was in Paris, and a few days later, in February 98, was opened here in London. So London is a way of talking to the world. It's probably one of the most cosmopolitan cities that you can imagine. So anything you do in London will be viewed by people who live everywhere, sometimes come here for shopping or holidays, but also might have a secondary house or have their kids studying in London. So a lot of people from all over the world are attached to London. And again, London is a very specific city.
George Osborne, our new Chancellor, is announcing the austerity measures here in the UK to cut the deficit. Do you worry that in an austere environment, people are going to buy luxury goods? What's the luxury goods market like in the UK right now?
Well, I think last year's crisis was more important than this year. And as you might know, we were the only luxury brand who enjoyed a double-digit growth in 2009 compared to 2008. So it shows that during crisis period, people might be more selective in their choice or purchase. But they go to real values, and each time they do that, they favor our brand. I don't think, I think the measures that the European governments have to take might have been taken, or could have been taken earlier. Better, now than never, and that will help those economies to rebound one day. But I don't think that will change, at the end of the day, the attitude to people who really want to treat themselves. You might make other efforts, but at one moment you say, well, I've been working hard, I still want to buy that bag or that pair of shoes or that watch. You've
explained a lot about London as an international centre, but a lot of your growth must come from Asia. How important are the Asian markets to you at the moment?
Of course, Asia is important, but in the last few months we saw great growth in Europe, very significant growth in North America, and not all the Asian markets are all that buoyant, and even if the Chinese market, the Korean market, Hong Kong, Macau, all that is incredible. But we are doing extremely well in the Middle East, in Russia, and even in Western Europe.
The euro is obviously under threat at the moment. It seems to be going lower and lower. That's presumably no bad thing, though, for your business. Does that work out okay for you?
The really bad thing was the last 4 years, when slowly the euro was getting out of control. Being a real luxury brand from Paris origin, we manufacture nearly all our goods in Euroland.
Indeed.
Our workshop for leather goods are in France, for shoes in Italy, for watches in Switzerland. and so we were penalized by an overrated euro. So it's not a problem today. It's just the euro coming back to normal level compared to the dollar, to the yen, to the yuan. So yes, we breathe again.
Do you see this as the way forward? I mean, clearly this is an amazing flagship store and a kind of a window to the world for Louis Vuitton. But do you see it, these kind of major flagship stores, as the way forward rather than smaller shops?
You know, I think customers are in different moods. Sometimes they want to shop in a little store. Sometimes they want to have the fascinating experience to stay 3 or 4 hours here. And I think that we are not going to tell you we will now do only huge stores. Some can be small and charming in Capri or Portofino or Saint-Tropez, or even in other cities of the world. But I think the size here enables to deliver to the customer a real unique experience. From the space, the volume, the sitting areas, the way the products are displayed, I think will be an attraction to come and see and come to use again.
Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
It's lovely. Thank you very much.